Kelly's Diner.
Father, is that you?
Alan?
Why do you sound so surprised? You must have known I was going to call after the stunt you pulled.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you mean? What on earth possessed you to send Monica to Pawtuck?
Monica?
Good morning, Amy.
Hi, Monica. Are you all right?
Oh, I've been better.
Yeah, you've looked better, too.
Thank you very much. I did not get a lot of sleep last night.
Well, I'm not surprised. Romance tends to keep the midnight oils burning.
Can I make something very clear, Amy? The only thing that's burning with me right now is my patience. And toward you, it's running in very short supply.
What's the problem?
Problem? Oh, well, it's just that Amy seems to be minding my business instead of her own.
Amy, how many thousands of times do you have to be told?
I'm not gossiping.
Don't you have work to do right now?
Not really.
Oh, well, then I'll give you some, Amy. I would like to get a hold of Nurse Clark. I'd like to have you contact her and see if she can meet me sometime today. Is that possible?
As you wish, Doctor.
Thank you very much. What?
Monica, how are you holding up?
Oh, I'm sorry, Rick. I didn't get very much sleep last night.
Really, you seemed quite upset when you were telling me about this mysterious friend of yours who has amnesia.
Well, it was quite a shock.
Look, it can be cured. The right treatment, time, patience, just putting things into perspective.
Yes, I know. I spent almost all the night trying to put it in perspective.
Did you come up with some answers?
I just came up with more questions.
Like what?
Well, like, what if my friend didn't really have amnesia?
You don't have to explain that one.
Sorry, I can't, Rick. I can't right now. That's why I have to talk to an expert.
By any chance, is this person we're talking about someone that we both know?
Look, I can only say that there's a lot more on the line than just somebody who has a loss of memory.
Alan, how could you be so stupid?
Listen, I wasn't the one who sent Monica out for a day in the country.
Well, neither was I.
Oh, you mean she just meandered kind of into Pawtuck and just found her way to the general store on her own?
Alan, the entire success of our plan with Donnelly revolves around Monica and the entire Western world believing that you're dead. Now, why would I want to rock the boat?
You know exactly why. Because you want me out of Pawtuck and you want me to come back to Port Charles.
Well, that's true, but I wouldn't dream of sabotaging our plan by having her walk into your little country store.
Well, how did Monica find out where I was?
Honest, she probably saw you when you blew into town last week.
She didn't. I made sure that no one recognized me.
Are you kidding, Alan? That's like expecting the Queen Mary to sail into Port Charles Harbor unobserved.
Oh, somebody sold us out.
Drop it. Alan, I'm sending Jimmy Lee up there right now.
Why?
Well, I want the two of you to get together and work out a plan to get you out of the country until I get my money back from Donnelly. Forget about it. You don't have a choice, Alan. If Monica goes to the police, they won't be able to find you. They'll just write her off as some kind of a crackpot.
Listen, Father, you've got to accept once and for all that I'm staying here, that I'm committed to Charity and to Jonah.
Your devotion is very touching, my boy, but let me put it to you another way. Either you meet with Jimmy Lee and arrange to get out of that godforsaken place, or I'm going straight to that Charity woman and I am going to tell her the entire truth about you, Simon.
Okay, Father, you win. Tell Jimmy Lee I'm not going to meet him in Pawtuck. Tell him I'll meet him at the diner on the main road coming into Pawtuck. It's about 5 miles east of Libertyville.
Okay, fine. He'll be there.
What time?
Well, I don't know. I'm sending him right away. You know how long it takes to get to there from here.
Okay, come on. Tell me. What's going on?
Well, it seems that Monica paid a little visit to Alan.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, you've got to get up there right away. If she did see Alan, we have no time to lose. She is bound to tell someone.
So what do we do now?
I don't know. That, my boy, is the million-dollar question of the hour. It's my guess that she must have seen Alan when he was here last week.
No way. Come on, Edward. We were very, very careful.
Wait a minute. Chuck Morrison.
What's he got to do with it?
Well, he was there that day. You know, he tried to get some money out of me. You'll recall I told him he got very upset when I told him I didn't have anything to give him. He kept hanging around outside all day long. He must have seen Alan when he left with you, and he told Monica.
You think he'd turn on you like that?
Are you kidding? That louse would turn on his own mother if the price was right.
How can you know that for sure?
There's one way to find out. It's another one of those blasted telephone answering machines. Morrison, look, this is Edward Quartermain. I have got to talk to you right away. And you better call me before you ever talk to Monica Quartermain again.
Look.
Oh, busy signal. I'm trying to get a hold of the person that told me about my friend's amnesia. I have a lot of questions that I need answered.
Come with me.
What?
I want you to sit down.
Oh,
Get
Rick.
to rest. I mean it. Just sit. Monica,
What?
I know you're concerned about this friend of yours, but you have been under so much strain from so many different areas lately, I don't think that you're up to any more responsibilities. Now, doesn't this friend have relatives or a family, friends, somebody that can help?
You're right. You're absolutely right. I should notify his family, at least one particular member of that family. Would you excuse me?
Sure.
Well, good luck, son.
I'll need all the luck I can get to get Alan to change his mind.
You gotta talk some sense into him. Now, everything depends on it.
Edward, what am I going to say to him?
Well, you'll think of something. You force him to listen to hard, cold economic facts. If that fails, threaten to turn him over to the police for fraud.
Spoken like a true father.
Spoken like a true Quartermain. Come on, you better get going. I promised him you were going to leave right away.
Okay.
Oh, good morning, Edward. Jimmy Lee.
Hi, Monica.
Jimmy Lee was just on his way out. Say goodbye, son.
Goodbye, Monica.
It's always a pleasure, Jimmy Lee.
Well, Monica, how are you? You know, you don't look like yourself. You been working too hard lately?
I didn't get that much sleep last night, Edward.
Well, I knew it was something because you look awful.
Thank
Of course, I don't think you've been looking the same ever since poor Alan left us.
Funny you should mention that.
You have to get your rest, you know, my dear. You know, the mind can play strange tricks on the eyes of someone who's working too hard and not getting enough rest. Well, I mean, it's only common sense. Don't you doctors believe in that anymore?
What's gotten into you?
I'm just concerned about you, Monica. I mean, I sort of feel like it's my duty since Alan left.
I want to talk to Lila.
Why?
Why? Well, that's between Lila and me. Can I see her?
Well, she isn't here.
Oh, well, when is she going to be back?
I don't know.
Did Lila go away? Is she out of town?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, do you know where she is, Edward?
Haven't the slightest idea. Well, Monica, why don't you tell me whatever it is you want to tell Lila? I'll give her the message, you know, when she calls.
Not a chance. There's something going on here, and I don't like it. One bit.
Hi there, Monica. Would you like some coffee? I got a fresh pot in the kitchen.
Oh, Ruby, no, thank you.
I heard about your trip to Guatemala. I think it's terrific you gave up your vacation to work with those kids.
Well, that's our Monica. You know, she is a great inspiration to all of us.
Ruby, I understand Lila is out of town.
Mm-hmm, that's right.
Do you know where she is?
No, I'm sorry, I don't.
Well, then, is Stella around? She might know.
Well, she's out shopping, but I can have her call you.
Would you do that for me, Ruby, please? Tell her to call me at the hospital. That's where I'm going to be.
Okay.
Now, Monica, please, take very good care of yourself.
Thank you so much for your concern, Edward.
Oh.
Is something
It's about time, you know that?
Couldn't get away any sooner. I was helping Charity do the canning.
You lost your mind. Edward and I tried to get the family fortune back, and you're worried about canning peaches?
Jimmy Lee, you're going to have to accept one thing. That I've changed. I don't have the same values anymore. And I'm committed to my life with Charity and Jonah.
Oh, yeah? Then why did you play the amnesia act for Monica?
I did that once and once only. I did it for my father's sake. I'm not going to do it again.
You better keep rehearsing that act, or you'll end up in prison.
I haven't done anything that wrong.
Oh, yeah? What about staging your own death?
Well, I'm just going to have to leave that up in the air. It's only a matter of time before Monica tells somebody that she's seen me.
Don't worry about Monica, all right? That's why Edward stayed back in Port Charles.
I see. He sent the troops along to make sure I stay in line, is that right?
Yeah, something like that. You know, there's something you could learn from your father. At least he knows something about family loyalty.
Are you crazy? Edward, I don't want to have anything more to do with any of your stupid plans.
Tiffany, what the hell am I paying you for?
Would you listen to me? Sean is expecting me over at his house tonight for a very romantic evening, and I am not going to jeopardize that for anything that you have to tell me.
Well, we have to keep Donnie away from Monica. If she tells him that Alan's alive, we're going to lose everything.
Edward, I can only do so much.
Well, where's Donley now?
I don't know. He was very vague when I asked him where he was going. He came in here and he made plans with me tonight, and then he left.
Oh, good Lord. For all we know, he could be on his way to the hospital now to tell Monica everything.
Randy, everything over here.
I'm sorry to keep you waiting, Dr. Quartermain. Dr. Stone needed my help with a difficult patient.
Oh, listen, I know how hard it is for you psychiatric nurses and all the things you have to do. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I wonder, would you mind if I asked you a couple of questions?
Not at all. What can I help you with?
Well, a friend of mine seems to have some sort of amnesia, and I know that this is really your specialty, so I wanted to really get all the information I could.
Now, I'd be happy to help you, but I just can't believe what a coincidence this is.
Coincidence?
Yes, just before Dr. Quartermain died, he spent a lot of time with me.
Oh, really? What for?
He wanted information about amnesia cases. He was fascinated by it. He didn't get enough of my stories.
Well, that's very interesting. I would really like to hear about this very much.
Well, it started a couple weeks before he died. We had one...